We've got something just in from London that might make your Friday morning. Captain Sir Tom Moore has been knighted in the Queen's first official engagement in person since the lockdown. The investiture to honour the 100-year-old who raised more than £32 million or $54 million for the National Health Service charities. This was staged in a unique ceremony at Windsor Castle. I'm going to take a bit of this sound. Moore is being recognized for walking more than 100 laps of his garden. He said that this is one of the most special days. Back in May, Prime Minister Boris Johnson made a special nomination for the war veteran to be knighted. All right, I want to turn now to Richard Berthelsen. He is joining me now. What a beautiful moment, Richard. Come on. So lovely.
It is a great moment. Here we have a 94-year-old queen giving an accolade of knighthood to a 100-year-old gentleman who really has been one of the stars of this pandemic, if you can say that. I mean, really, both of them have, in terms of their inspirational leadership, you know, for a new generation. They are the war generation, the two of them, and I think it's really fitting that they would be together as they were today.
Can you tell us about the sword that the Queen used?
The Queen uses her father's sword that he was given as an officer. And this is an ancient ceremony of knighting somebody. It's actually referred to as an accolade, the accolade of knighthood. And she puts the blunt edge of the sword on the right shoulder first, followed by turning the sword slightly in the air as she's going over the head. And then she knights the person with the other shoulder, the same blunt edge. And then, of course, she kind of neatly disposes of the sword by one of her pages who are behind her, and then she has a few words with the recipient, and she also gives them an insignia which they can wear over their shoulder for the rest of their lives. So, I mean, he has officially been a knight since the Queen made the appointment in May, but today he actually receives what we refer to as the accolade of knighthood.
And again, this man is 100 years old, Richard. For anyone who's wondering if it's too late to make a difference in life, boy, he just proves that it's not.
Yeah, no, he absolutely does. And there he was, you know, completely spit and polished with, you know, his full, you know, almost uniform as a member of the Royal British Legion, all of his medals and decorations from his service. And, you know, just pleased as punch to be there with the Queen. And it really is a great moment. And it gives us, you know, sort of a slightly brighter moment in what is often extremely bad news through this pandemic and through the day's news. That, as you say, he's made this great kind of contribution to the National Health Service, $50 million or $54 million. But he also has shown that you can continue to be extremely active into a very ripe old age, as the Queen does herself.
Richard, I have less than a minute left with you, but we have to note that it's also been a very busy day for Her Majesty, because earlier she attended the wedding of her granddaughter, Princess Beatrice.
Yes, very surprise announcement this morning that Beatrice would be married. The announcement was made almost as it was happening. It's a very small church, which the Queen actually normally attends on Sunday, just near a royal lodge where Prince Andrew and his family live, where the Queen Mother lived. You know, the Queen loves a wedding. Obviously, it was a very small affair, much smaller than it had planned to be, which was much smaller than I think it would have thought to have been, largely owing to, I think, the situation around Prince Andrew, but of course now with the pandemic. But the Queen will be delighted to have been present with the Duke of Edinburgh as well. They both went down from the castle over to the chapel.